This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
Chapter 1. Introduction. This new world of publishing we live in has allowed many more voices to be heard and given readers much more content to choose from at better prices. All these new voices have created more categories for readers to browse. Niche categories have popped up like how to use Facebook and other social media sites, which I will also cover in this book as it relates to marketing. If you want to test what I'm saying, and you will be doing this research soon, go to Amazon and type in random stuff in the search space to see what pops up. As an example, you can type in how to live in my car. The first book on the search rankings is How to Live in a Car, Van, or RV and Get Out of Debt, Travel, and Find True Freedom by Robert Wells. I'm showing you this to inspire you further that you can do this also. This guy did it from a car apparently. If you're saying, I can't write a book, it's too hard, I don't have time, I don't know how to do it, or any other excuse, let me start by telling you about my writing career. I started writing in prison on drug charges. Yeah, I definitely had a lot of time on my hands, but check this out. I also dropped out of high school after a bad divorce in my family. Also, up to that point, I had a very hard time with reading comprehension. I was diagnosed with ADHD. So if I can author over 20 books and sell 1 million copies, you can too. One thing you will need is stick-to-itiveness. You will have to dedicate time to writing and researching and finding content. You can start by giving yourself 1 hour a day and build your way up to 2 hours, then 3 until you develop momentum, just like I did, and still do after taking a break from writing. I would recommend dedicating that first hour, or whatever you can give, to deciding what you are going to write. Again, you can start off by doing your research in Amazon's search engine. Let's say you work in sales. Search Amazon for things like how to become better at sales. Up pops up books that are selling by the hundreds per week. The first one on the list is Secrets of a Master Closer, a simpler, easier, and faster way to sell anything to anyone, anytime. You can read the look inside free preview of the book to see how you would start your book. Trust me, whatever you do, it's there in book form selling on Amazon. If you work as a massage therapist, write about that. If you work as a yoga instructor or practice yoga at all, write about that. If you don't work and are a stay-at-home mom, write about that. If you are a teacher, if you are an alcoholic, drug addict, psychotherapist, prison guard, ex-prisoner like myself, military vet, and so on, your category and first book are waiting for you to show your special perspective to the world. Let's say you don't want to write fresh content from your own experience. No problem. You can still use the Amazon search to find books. You can quickly research yourself online and put a useful book together quickly. I will be teaching you this in a later chapter, but can tell you now that books sell on Amazon well that are only 30 pages. Some examples of quickly researched books are How to Make Smoothies, The Top 50 Superfoods, recipe books, history books, prayer books, children's books, other religious books, and that is just scratching the surface. Just make sure that you don't rush it. Take your time and bring a lot of relevant, well-constructed information from more than one source. You can also find very popular public domain books that I will teach you in a later chapter how to recreate. For these, you can find books like Alice in Wonderland, Dracula, Little Women, Crime and Punishment, and War and Peace, just to name a few. I will teach you how to differentiate one of these classics to stand out and add content. Another reason to publish, besides the residual income, is for the status. That book on how to become better at sales will give you an expert status on the subject, build up your resume and career, and if you push hard enough, allow you to speak about it on the radio and TV. As an ex-prisoner on drug charges, I have been all over the radio in California and on TV, and am known as an expert on prisons and the drug war. You can do this. I'm going to teach you how to do it ethically and for free.